Sophie had never believed in ghosts. She always thought such stories were meant to scare little kids, nothing more. When her family moved into their new house, a perfectly normal-looking home in a quiet neighborhood, she didn't pay attention to the whispers of the neighbors. They said the house had a history, that strange things had happened there. But Sophie just rolled her eyes. One night, while lying in bed, she heard a faint sound, like whispers drifting through the air. She sat up and looked around, but the room was silent. Dismissing it as her imagination, she turned over and closed her eyes. Then, something cold brushed against her foot. Her breath caught in her throat. She sat up again, this time turning on her bedside lamp. Nothing, just her room, the same as always. Shaking her head, she mumbled, "I need to stop watching horror movies before bed." The next day, her younger brother, Ethan, told her something strange. "Sophie, I saw someone in the hallway last night." She frowned. "Mom or Dad?" He shook his head. "No, someone tall. They were just standing there." A chill ran down Sophie's spine. She told him to stop making up stories and went about her day. But something about the way he had spoken unsettled her. That night, she made sure to lock her door before going to bed. She even checked under her bed just to be safe, satisfied that everything was normal. She slipped under the covers and turned off the light. Hours later, she woke up with a strange feeling, like someone was watching her. She turned her head slowly toward the corner of her room, and there, in the darkness, stood a tall shadow. Her body froze. She tried to scream, but no sound came out. The shadow didn't move, but she could feel its eyes locked onto her. The air around her felt heavy, suffocating. Then it took a step forward. The floorboards didn't creak. The figure made no sound. It was as if it wasn't really there, just a presence, something unnatural. Sophie squeezed her eyes shut, whispering to herself, "This isn't real. This isn't real." When she opened them again, it was gone. The next morning, she convinced herself it was just a bad dream. Maybe stress from moving. Maybe her imagination playing tricks on her. But deep down, she knew something was wrong. Over the next few days, strange things kept happening. Doors creaked open on their own. Objects moved from their places. The whispers grew louder at night. But still, Sophie refused to believe. She told herself there was always a logical explanation. Until the night she made the biggest mistake of her life. She challenged it. Sitting alone in her room, she whispered into the darkness, "If you're real, prove it." The room went silent. Then the temperature dropped. Her breath turned into a misty cloud. And then, the closet door creaked open. Slowly, a long bony hand reached out from the darkness inside. That was the last thing Sophie remembered before everything went black. The next morning, her parents found her lying on the floor, unconscious. When she woke up, she had no memory of what happened after she saw the hand. But something had changed. She wasn't the same. She no longer laughed the same way, no longer spoke with the same confidence. And sometimes, late at night, when the house was silent, she whispered things in a voice that wasn't her own.